Hi, this is Shiva Rajaya from vitalcoaching.com. The topic for this video is, are you ready for coupling? If you are single right now and you're planning to find a partner, the question that I have for you is, do you have the skills, what it takes ready right now to engage into a relationship? The question is very simple. If you were meeting the right person tomorrow, would you have everything that you need right now to engage in a relationship from a place that is positive, powerful, with all the skills, all the ability to navigate the potential challenges in future relationships and be able to dive in with the person that you love? That's the question that I have for you right now. Very often, what happens in our lives is that somebody comes into your life and says, I'm going to be your partner, your lover. We are going to couple for the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe the rest of our lives. And I just want you to make it work. And the thing that we don't understand very often about relationships is that it takes a little bit of skills. You need to have some form of understanding of human dynamics to actually make it work. It's possible to make it work and be completely unhappy in a relationship. It means that you can dive in a relationship with somebody and then eventually be in a state of tension, dissatisfaction, feeling sexually or sensually or emotionally deprived within the context of what you share with that person. But that's not what you want to experience in a relationship. What we are talking about is really creating a container vehicle for your relationship that is really successful for you and for your partner. So there are a few things that you can check. The first one is, do you have the skills that you need for a relationship? By skills we need ability to communicate clearly, be in your truth, be transparent with your partner, be honest, be able to engage from a place, for instance, in terms of erotic energy. How do you engage? How do you connect with that person? Be able to sustain high energy, fun within the relationship, be able to navigate moments of shadow and challenges. All these questions are really, really important. And the way to develop these skills is first to understand what are the exact dynamics that you're going to face in a relationship and how to navigate those very specific challenges or the specific situations that you face within the context of relationships. So navigating the shadow outbreaks, for instance, when you have a dissonance or you have a conflict, how do you navigate conflicts within the relationship? This is really important, because after you go through the romantic period of really connecting and being in love, sooner or later there's going to be the foundation that you establish in your relationship. And in the moment you're establishing foundation, in the moment you are crystallizing something, some form of agreement or connection or relationship with somebody, then eventually you will notice that sometimes there are fundamental, maybe disagreements, places where you need to adapt, places where you need to make some concessions and basically learn how to navigate this dissonance or this separation that can happen at that moment. So, for instance, this specific area of potential conflicts or potential dissonance is a really important thing to navigate. And having the skill to actually navigate conflict or navigate dissonance is one of the core things that is going to stabilize your relationship on the long term. Another one has to do with sexual attraction. Sustaining and having an interesting sex life is really one of the primal topics or skills that you have to develop within the relationship. So it might just happen by itself. Lots of the things that I'm talking about right now might just happen by themselves. It's not necessarily something that you have to work for really hard or develop. It might simply be there. You might be a naturally good communicator, but if you are not, if you have a tendency to escalate conflicts when it arises, if you have the tendency to get triggered by what your partner is saying or doing, or if you have the tendency to disconnect or engage with demands and pressure and bring intensity within the relationship when it's not needed. So if you have the tendency of being, challenging or difficult to deal with, then there is potentially an area there to develop and learn how to navigate. Something else that we can do within the context of relationship coaching, for instance, if you work with me, is we go and check into the past relationships, what you had, what are the dynamics or the challenges that you face within the context of that relationship that you would do differently. For instance, again, when it comes to navigating conflicts, navigating separation or moments of dissonance, if you have been experiencing moments where you felt like losing the passion or the intensity with your partner, if you felt like you were not able to actually synchronize or connect on your dharma or yet your destiny line with your partner, that's also something that we can check. So very often when you look at past relationships, you are going to identify maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you would do differently if you were in a new relationship in the future. And the good news is that I really believe that we have systems now, for instance, in what I'm teaching or what I'm coaching within the Vital Coaching or the Vital Tantra system is really a system and an understanding of different points that you need to nail really, really well. For instance, the idea of transparency within relationships is really important to create safety and connection with your partner. The idea of honesty, the idea of being responsive to your partner, the idea of prioritizing each other. So those are like different sets of skills, of values that you want to anchor within the context of your relationship. There are way, way more. I have about 30 to 35 very precise points and skills and values that I believe represent the core pillars of connecting with your partner. And the thing that I want to tell you as well is that in my experience, I've been now coaching for close to 20 years, within the context of breakup, jealousy outbreaks, things like that, within the context of challenges that you can face within relationships, couples, as individuals or as a couple. And in my experience, there are always solutions. There are always areas in which you can improve your game within the context of relationships and coupling. So these are the good news. It means that I believe that by putting in place strategies, mindsets, tactics to communicate and ways of engaging, it's going to actually expand the potential of your relationship. So another point that is really important is that we are not killing the spontaneity of your relationship, okay? We are not killing the flow and the potential shadows and the intensity and the potential fights, all the diversity of the emotions that you might have are really important in your relationship. This is you engaging from a place of being real, being true to yourself. So we are not trying to suppress any of that, okay? We're not like creating a cooking recipe that you have to apply for the rest of your life within the context of relationships. No, what we are saying is that every now and then you will notice that having this kind of communication trick or this ability to shift an energy state, or this ability to actually reach and connect deeply with your partner, or this ability to actually release tension in the relationship, this ability to navigate with flow, for instance, all those skills, all those possibilities are very specific mindsets and sometimes mind tricks or energy tricks that you can apply in your life to shift your energy from one place to another, or to allow to shift the relationship space or the relationship dynamic from one situation to another. So if you sign up for a coaching session with me for relationships or coupling, whether you're already coupled or whether you are thinking of coupling or you are calling really a partner in your life, I really want to tell you that I can help you navigate those challenges and create a field of attraction that is going to be conducive for you having a successful relationship in the future. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. So if that resonates with you, feel free to get in touch. Wherever you are seeing this video right now, you can simply go back to my website, vitalcoaching.com. You will see that there is a place there to connect with me, have contact with me, and another page over there, vitalcoaching.com/coaching, to sign up for coaching Otherwise, wherever you are seeing this video, whether it's on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Facebook, you can simply use directly the messenger feature on those platforms and message me, and I'll be happy to check your situation with you and tell you honestly if the challenges that you are facing or the situations that you are facing is something I can help you with. Okay, that's it for now. Love you. I'll see you soon.